What's poppin', family? It's Gray Rizzy. We out here right now on Grind Setters. Now, if you don't remember, Grind Setters is about people who are putting in their grind. They're setting up the bar to go ahead and get some success. You feel what I'm saying? That's what this show is all about. A lot of times we get a chance to introduce you to new talent. A lot of times we get a chance to introduce you to people behind that new talent who have been representations of the talent for a long time, and sometimes they don't always get that due, all right? They gonna get their due today, because they up here with Gray Rizzy on Shade 45. We're gonna go up a little north, and we're gonna make a right over towards Rhode Island. If you, all my peoples who tap in from Rhode Island, what's up? I need to let you know, we got a real one in the building with us, all right? I want to shout her out. She's the queen. Miss Rhodey's up here. Let's get some hand claps in the studio for her, man. So let me know if I'm right or wrong on this. I just want to make sure I prep this up the correct way. This is somebody in you, Miss Rhodey, who has represented talent, who has represented the culture, has always went ahead and shined a light on what that is for you. Not only what that is for you, but what you believe people should be tapped in with. Because a lot of times, you know, we get shit in our face all the time. It's not always the real. It's not always the things that people who really have a lot of talent, they don't always get that looks. And you have made it your business to put people on those stages.
I mean, the way you put it, yeah, thank you, amen.
Yeah, it needs to be highlighted.
It really is the reason why I started doing the Shoot for Hope song battles. Just I saw a lot of talent in my state, and just around surrounding areas, and I noticed that it was the little dogs that weren't getting put on and weren't getting opportunity because, as you know, we live in a gatekeeping world. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to knock the gate down and bring in some other talent that should be seen. And so that's why I started the song battles.
I definitely want to salute my brother. I know he doesn't go by his name anymore. You know what I'm saying? But my man Kev over there, 1122. And he been trying to shake this name for a minute. And I'm not going to say it because we got millions of listeners up there and they're going to keep on saying that name. But one thing that we talk about a lot is just the business of music. Yeah. And a lot of times what's the I guess you could say the gap that's missing is the relationships. And sometimes the people who are the ones who can make decisions, the time isn't there to be able to scout the world all the time. And we need to be depending on people such as yourself, Miss Rhodey, because your outlets. And that's really how the music business, it's set up that way in a sense. It used to really be set up that way when you had nationals and regionals and people who were like in pockets of cities, and then you get feedback from them. Yo, I'm looking at this person. I'm looking at this person. I'm looking at this person. This is somebody who's heating up in the city. Because for the people who listen to my show, they know how I feel. Heat up your block. Heat up your neighborhood, heat up your city, heat up your state. And then from there, we see where it goes, right? Mm-hmm. If you can't get 5 people to come out on your block, maybe you got a lot more work that you need to be thinking about before you want to get up on that big stage, right?
That is true.
So with how do your showcases work? You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen people on these showcases. I've seen people put their blood, their sweat, their tears. They leaving a lot of sweat up on them stages and stuff. But how do you put this together? Like for someone, there's a lot of promoters out there. There's a lot of people who are in the same position that you're in, but maybe they want to do what you've been doing. How do you set these things up?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to Kevin, who's been really like a driving force behind me. And, I got to give him a lot of credit because to deal with Miss Rhodey is not easy. Whoa, but he does it. And
she said, whoa.
She
jumped into third person real quick, Joe. She was like, she's not easy to deal with.
She ain't. But he gracefully still texts me back and, just kind of gives me that, Miss Rhodey, just chill out a second, But the way I do it is basically I come up with the money myself. I don't have
self-funded. Yeah.
Self-funded. I don't have any sponsors. And the way I originally started was just giving the platform for free, and you didn't have to have any type of talent. You didn't have to have, you could have been a rookie, you could have been a pro, right? And so what I did was like, just come. Like, use this as your mental health outlet. Use this as your break from your family. And so I developed on a Sunday, and I started to call it Shoot for Hope Sundays. And I had a group of individuals who just supported me for like a whole year. And then I said, well, I think you guys put in enough work that now you're singing each other's songs, because content is important. Mm-hmm. And so I would tell the artists, come and do the same song, even though you're tired of doing it, learn it, practice it, like on that stage, excuse me. And some of them still come, and they still need stage etiquette. They still need stage presence. So again, I just started doing it for free. And then I said on the 1 year, we're going to bring out a celebrity. And that's how we gifted the artists. And then I had brought out Cassidy. And then from there, it just started jumping, and I just started, doing the research and reaching out to the artists. And hey, would you want to come? Do you want to do this? So it's more set up like like a Hustle and Flow or American Idol or
Mm-hmm.
The Voice,
Mm-hmm.
where I have the celebrities. They don't even come and perform. They're just there to judge the talent
Right.
and give the talent feedback.
And give some feedback,
Yeah.
which is crucial, right? We have a brother that's up here with us, man. I want you to introduce him real quick because he's hit your stages a couple of times, correct?
Yeah. So the artist that he actually, so I do prizes.
Okay.
And I also fund the prizes. So not only do I pay for the artist, I also do the self-funding for the artist. I give like a best performance prize, I give a most memorable prize, and I give a oh my God, what's the other one? Most memorable, best performance, and best hook, the best chorus. So if you have a good hook,
Look, they
you get
calling
to
y'all.
win.
They
Sorry,
calling. Yeah,
sorry.
see now Miss Rhodey popping,
I'm
right?
popping. I get on the
Yeah,
Gray
they
Rizzy
calling
show, y'all
now.
calling me. And so AK Davila, he was the winner of this new prize that we introduced to bring artists up here and kind of showcase them on a bigger spectrum, where I can kind of have your audience and your people now shine a little bit of light on him. And I got that through the grace of Kevin. So shout out to Kevin once again.
Shout out Kevin, yo.
And
Appreciate you.
AK Davila, he's been with me for about a year. He started off with another team, and he came to my show, and he literally walked in and said, "Hey, can I sign up? Can I sign up?" He signed up and won that same prize.
Wow.
And he believed in my brand. He believed in my vision of what I was trying to do. And he won at the 38 Special competition I think it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Shout out to Special, yeah.
So shout out 38 Special, Charlie Clips. And so introducing everybody to the world is AK Davila. And he's the winner of the song battle.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It's lyricism and production. Are you doing production as well, too, right?
Definitely. I produce my own stuff.
Your own shit.
Yeah.
It's funny, like sometimes you hear people rap and you hear they tag, you be like, wait a minute, hold on. Is they just shouting themselves out, or did you actually produce that song?
Definitely.
That's what's up, man.
I'm doing it for a long time. I started making beats on a PlayStation.
On a PlayStation?
MTV generator, yes.
That's crazy. I'm never surprised. At this point, man, like, if you got a talent, you hear something, like, people think you can only do it one way sometimes. Like, if people hear shit all the time, like, yo, if you can make that shit on a toaster and a fucking blender, they do it.
Like they
do
say,
it.
it's not what you use, it's who's using it.
That's exactly true, man.
You know?
That's exactly true. This is what I want to do. I want the listeners to get into some of this music because AK Davila is up here. It's not only the lyrics, it's also the production. I want to get to one of these joints real quick. I want to make sure that you hear it, and I want to make sure that you tap in with them, all right? So, at Miss Rhodey, that's MSRHODEY, correct?
Yep.
Then you can hit her up, and then AK Davila is at AK_DAVILA. All right, make sure you hit us up at Gray Rizzy at Shade 45. Let's get to this joint. Number to Heaven. Want to do it?
Yeah.
Million
I actually
listeners.
just released it today, too. It's on all platforms.
Just dropped.
Run it up.
See, I was about to say new shit, but now y'all all got it. Now I'm part of Gen Pop. Yeah. Be blessed, though. This is a hit right here, man. Turn it up. Gray Rizzy, we out here on Shade 45. You dig? It's a grind setters. We got Miss Rhodey in the building. We got AK Davila, AK Davila in the building. I keep on calling him AK for some reason. That's going to be my nickname for him, but it's AK. AK Davila, man. Look, how did you even get into music in the first place, bro?
Honestly, I don't even know, man. I was like a very angered. I had a lot of anger as a child.
Uh-huh.
I guess to me, it was my gateway, man. It was my counseling.
That release point.
Yeah. So it was my way of letting it out. You know what I mean? That's why I'm very powerful with my words.
There's two things, though. Being able to take your words and express yourself is one way, but also as a producer, like what led you to that?
I just hear it in my head, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I was always good with the ear. Even when I was like 5, like I was listening to Self-Destruction on MTV Jams or whatever, and it's like I was so inspired then, where it's just like, even when I was young, I'd always ask for a keyboard, a drum set, anything that had to do with music, until I got older and started realizing, shit, I needed an MPC my whole life.
That's what I should have had all this time.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And then things elevated. I can make a beat on my phone right now. Wow. So it's like, it's a beautiful thing.
Creative outlets, man. Everybody needs them, and don't take them for granted either. I said that I want to do this real quick. We're going by AK Davila. That's what a lot of your family, your friends, your fans have been knowing, as of late. But you had another nickname as well, Quiz, right? What was that name based off of, and why the change?
I was a big Wu-Tang head, you know what I'm saying?
Who wasn't?
So
shout out to the
Wu.
Of
course. So you had RZA, you had Jizza, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna be Quizza, but then people started calling me Quiz for short, so it just stuck, Quiz. So years pass, and it's like now it's like you could upload your music anytime, anywhere. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Quiz was taken, and I didn't want to be that person to send my viewers to somebody else.
Copy.
So I changed the name up. My name is Kenny, so AK, because I be spitting. Davila, my last name.
Copy. Real name, no gimmicks, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Quizzer would have been crazy though. That would have been crazy, guys.
Quizzer, you know, and I ain't no test though, you know.
Next time I see Rizzy, I gotta tell him this story too, man.
Tell him.
So we had Quizzer, man. We had Quizzer up
sure
here.
Did. But he one of my main people that I love, like as a producer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I am who I am today.
So, talking about that, I'm assuming that Wu-Tang was a big inspiration for you musically.
Definitely.
And they had a lot of different chambers
just
that was going on.
It was just that era. If you know, you know. That era, they just...
Well, I mean, we got millions of listeners, and this is Shade 45. They know, but what about the two motherfuckers in Wisconsin who's right now with Quiz? AK Davila, let me know what you're talking about. What was so special about that period for you? And we're talking about probably 92, 93. Right, that was the first year that people got introduced into the 36 chambers.
Well, because they took boom bap to another level, man. It was no longer boom bap no more, and I was like, bro, you're making sense on what you're saying, even to a higher level, it's
reaching more and more people.
Like you could explain things differently. It's just like it wasn't a gimmick. It wasn't that little, 1, 2, 3 ABC shit.
Yeah. It definitely did grow, man. I could see Wu-Tang being that for a lot of different people, man. Like that's a starting point for a lot of folks.
Yeah, that Mobb Deep. I mean, the era was just crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was an era of still sharp and still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't just get by because you was a little popular because you did some crazy shit on TikTok. No shots. I'm not saying no shots, Drew. No shots. I'm just saying it was a different type of era. How about you, Miss Rhodey? Who were some of your inspirations when it came to hip hop?
I grew up in like the Queen Latifah, MC Light era.
Okay.
Big jeans, big tees, in the back. Just
mushroom
real,
cuts.
Yes, you know.
Mushroom hairstyles.
Just it was, to me, it was the connection in the music.
Mm-hmm.
Being from where I'm from, or being in the environment in the Bronx growing up, you heard different things. Guys calling you the B word, you saw the homelessness, you saw Georgie Porgy, and so those are the things that I can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean those are my girls, but I'm also a Nas fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do like.
I don't know one woman who isn't a Nas fan.
Yeah,
Let's keep it real, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it. This is not groundbreaking news right here, Miss Rhodey. Did you like his lyrics or did you like the part?
I loved a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know.
His lyrics and his looks. It's the LL look.
It's the reason why the guys was like, this motherfucking Nas, man. He's nice, but he's killing us out here, yo. He's killing us.
But, Look, LL was also an inspiration to me, Whole, just Mama Said Knock You Out, just that raw talent, and then he came out with like the ladies anthem. So yeah.
Another guy just made it hard for the guys.
Another guy made it hard for all y'all.
Made it tough for all of us. Shout out to Uncle L, man. Check out Rock the Bells Radio. They're over there on SiriusXM channel 43. You dig? Shout out to my brother Torre over there as well. Q, what's going on? Look, this is what I want to do, man. I want to get to some music. I want to play some Self-Destruction. I'm going to get to some Queen Latifah, and also I want to introduce you to this cat, To The Truth, man. We got this joint by the door, man. So go ahead, listen to this, turn it up. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Rhode Island's in the building. We out here.
Yes, sir.
We got Miss Rhodey in the building. We got AK Davila up here as well, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, you've had a chance to work with somebody like Miss Rhodey. You know what I'm saying? What are some of your goals, ending 2025, going into 2026?
Honestly, a couple more albums. You know what I'm saying? I already did 2 albums this year. It was my goal to do 4 albums. You see, I haven't released albums. I just started releasing music in, I want to say 2020, but I've been doing music my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more or less like I didn't want to release old music that I've already have in the archives because...
Let me ask you this question real quick, though.
Go ahead.
Why don't you want to release it?
Not yet. I want to release it.
You're going to release it?
Not yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I feel like I want to capture them the way they need to be captured, and once they grab the bait, then I could release what I want. I mean, look at Joyner Lucas, for instance. He could right now release anything he wants, rather new, old, current, past. Like, he's built that name for himself. I'm trying to get to that level where I build my name and then could release what I want, because I do have a lot in the archives, but I want them to know that I could stand up to whoever's up right now, that I'm relevant, and not only that, I'm versatile.
Okay, all right. I like that pitch right there. Miss Rhodey, what's some of your goals ending the year?
I would love to do a celebrity basketball tournament.
Okay. It gets kind of cold in Rhode Island though. You got about 2 weeks left.
Well, no, I do it in the gym.
You doing okay? All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
I was thinking small-minded. My bad. You got me. You got me.
Well,
That's why you
because-
smart. That's the reason why you do what you do.
But I started with the basketball tournaments. The Shoot for Hope brand is, in memory of my dad who passed away of stomach cancer. And so I started with
Understood.
the basketball tournaments because I was like, well, how am I gonna get the guys to come and play? And I'm like, well, let me do a basketball tournament, to try to push the brand. So that's one of my biggest goals. And maybe get a couple artists up here.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
we
then just
gonna
really
see if
expand
they
the
like AK Davila. All right, then we got an open door policy, Kev. We got open door
I
policy.
only picked the good ones. to
But
come
if
up here.
I seen some shit come through my door a couple times. I was like, I don't know about this one, AK Davila. I was like,
Damn.
they might have to go back to the drawing board a few times, man.
And
Man, that's everywhere you go, man. We're talking about a business where there's billions of people that do music. Who's not a creative person? I mean, how many times would you not even an artist and you would sit there and freestyle with people, or whatever the case is?
How can I put this politically
Not
correct?
everybody belongs rapping.
But this
No,
is
yeah,
Shade
of course they
45, so I don't have to
I
sue
mean,
it. What I would say is that I would never shit on somebody's creativity. What I will say is that not everyone's creativity is made for the masses.
Yes, yes, 100%.
perfect.
Right?
Perfectly
That's what I'll say.
100%.
So
Exactly,
keep on working on your craft.
If you know it's just a joke and you're doing it as a gimmick, don't record it and expect to blow up. I mean, but the crazy reality is that's what they want nowadays. That's what's blowing up. That's what's going viral. It's like making a mockery of yourself is what's going viral nowadays, and it's sad.
Talking about American Idol real quick, but I know we coming up on time. American Idol, they had this artist, his name was Sanjaya. I don't know if you remember this year, right? But Sanjaya was like this glitch in the matrix for American Idol. Sanjaya was horrible, right? But it was like America was like, fuck that. We're going to push him through each week. We're going to push him through. We're going to push him through. And it got to the point where it was like, this is cool for him, but at the same time, this is going to be hurting him because they're going to remember him for this mockery of the system, so to speak, right? Now, if you get money, if you get whatever, God bless him, whatever it is. Get what you can from it while this is working for you. The problem with that is when you build something up on a false foundation, what does it do? It eventually falls down, right? And I think the shit that has longevity is the people who really care about the art. You know what I'm saying? That's like, if we want to flip the analogy a little bit, if you got a dealer that's out there, and I know this isn't necessarily fucking positive, Drew, my bad, but if you got somebody that's only out there pushing packs because they just want some sneaker money, re-up money, well, guess what? Something's going to come down on you really fast, right? But if you're doing it because you feel like you can't do anything else, you got to do it for your family, there's a different type of preparation that people put into that, whether it be on one side of the law or the other side, right? If you care about your craft, in my opinion, you're going to go much further. It may take you a little bit longer, but you're going to go much further. That's what I see in your music, and that's what I hear in your music. And that's the reason why you're up here. And that's the reason why she gave you one of those prizes that she has. Shit, I want to enter one of these fucking these.
Hey, if I'm there, be scared. If I'm there, be scared.
Yo,
That's just how I am.
You
bro.
might need to have your number retired for being on this damn show. That's what might need to
I'm
happen,
already
man.
knowing.
Look, for everybody that's tuned in, man, I appreciate you. You know that, man. I always want to shine a light on new talent, on new art, on new people doing great things in the community, shedding light on other people such as Miss Rhodey and AK Davila. Real quick, I want you to drop your socials so they can stay in touch. Whatever you have. I'm going to start with you, AK.
Facebook, Kenneth Quiz Davila. Instagram, AK_DAVILA. And you could pretty much search AK_Davila for everything on all platforms, and I'm just there.
Yeah, it's unique. Yeah, if you find somebody else, it ain't him. I'll tell you that right now.
It ain't Quizzer.
Yeah, it ain't Quizzer either. It ain't Quizzer. There's only one Quizzer out here, man. And what about you, Miss Rhodey?
So you can find me on my Instagram. My hashtag is Miss Rhodey, MSRHODEY. I do have a show coming up August 23rd where we're going to be honoring Emilio Sparks of State Property. So if you want to tap into that show, just inbox me.
Definitely go ahead and do that. And when you get that basketball tournament, if it does happen, winter of 2025, please let me know so I can spread the word for you.
You coming?
I will. I don't play anymore. It's been I can shoot a couple of jump shots, but I understand you have a young man. You have a son, correct?
I do.
Right? I'll probably be on the side shooting shots with him. I'll probably be the one rebounding for him at this point. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have the game, I'll definitely show up for that.
Right. Sometimes it's just the presence.
You
know what I mean? It's just about bringing guys together and understanding that men's health matters.
It does. Very much so, man. Very much so. I thank both of you for being up here, all right?
Thank you for having me.
If you missed any part of the show, you know what to do. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now. You go over to the SiriusXM app, listen, run it back over there on an iPhone, Android, or a home-connected device. Just type in the names Miss Rhodey or AK Davila or Gray Rizzy, yours truly, right? And I want to leave you with this song right here, Let You Tell It. Because this cat right here is telling all of y'all out there he's fucking nice. Turn your speakers up. Pop that little bitch-ass speaker you got. You need new speakers, fam. For real. You just need a new whole car. But get focused, y'all. Best believe we out here, whoa. Yeah.